Welcome Insiders to Tech Inside, I'm your host Eric. Today we're doing a little review of this little keychain. It's called GateKeeper and it will unlock and lock your computer when you walk away from it. Alright, so getting right into this review, GateKeeper is the product I'm reviewing, and like I said, it's a little keychain that goes on your keys, on your person, whatever, and when you walk away from your computer, it will automatically lock your computer, and when you walk up to your computer, it will automatically unlock it. It's rather simple. But backing up for a second, when you open up the GateKeeper box, you'll see a few things. First, you'll see the GateKeeper keychain. Rather simple. It comes with 2 batteries. You only need 1, so it's nice that they give you a second battery. Also, you're going to find the little USB dongle, which will plug into your computer and connect to the GateKeeper. To set up GateKeeper, it's rather simple. First, you have to go to the computer that you're going to install it on, whether that is a Mac or a Windows computer. Go to their website, GateKeeper, download the software for, again, Mac or Windows, and install it. When you install it, you're going to have to plug in the USB dongle, and then you're going to have to register your key, which is the GateKeeper KeyChain. So when you register it, you have to put the GateKeeper KeyChain up to the USB dongle, and it will sync it and all, and it'll be registered. Now, if you're on Windows, you're gonna have to allow some certifications to access the computer, like type in your computer's password, which we're gonna talk about a little later. But when you're on the GateKeeper software, you're gonna have a few settings, like to determine how far you have to be for the computer to unlock or lock. You're also gonna have the ability to actually check off whether you do want it to lock or unlock, and also prevent the computer from falling asleep. Once you have the software installed and the key registered, that's all you have to do. The software now is going to run in the background, and it's going to always be connecting to this keychain to know how far away you're from it. Now, when GateKeeper locks a Mac, it's going to show up a GateKeeper lock screen that'll say it's locked. But now when it comes to a Windows computer, I'm using Windows 10, it's going to actually go to the login page, so you're going to have to type in your password, or it'll bypass the login page when you walk up with the GateKeeper. But with all that said, how does the GateKeeper actually work? Well, the simple answer is it works pretty decently. When I'm at my Mac or when I'm at my Windows computer, it always is working. When I walk away from it, it's going to lock the computer within 10 seconds, so it takes a little time, but that's fine. To be honest though, I have noticed that the signal isn't always perfect on this device. If you go to the GateKeeper software, at the top there's a bar, and that'll indicate the signal strength on how close this device is. And if I'm at the nearest setting, meaning that I want this device to lock from the nearest point when I walk away, I have noticed that sometimes it does lock by itself, depending on where the USB dongle is, just with interference with putting this on like my desk or something. So I bumped it up a little bit so it's not at the nearest, it's a little bit further away, and that seemed to be fine, and I haven't had any issues then with the strength. Despite what I said about the strength, as long as you have it set to the right setting on how far you want the GateKeeper to activate when you walk away from it, it is honestly reliable. With that said, there's one issue that I've had with it. Now when it comes to Windows, this works more than ideal. I walk away and within 5 to 10 seconds, the computer will lock itself. When I walk back up to it, it takes again 5 to 10 seconds, but it does unlock itself. But on Windows, there's no way to trick the system. It works and you can't bypass the lock screen. Unfortunately, on the Mac operating system, you can. When using the GateKeeper on Mac, like I said before, instead of logging out your profile, it actually opens up a page that says GateKeeper and says that the computer is locked. With that said, on Mac, especially on my MacBook, I can do a gesture to switch to another desktop. And when I switch to another desktop, I now have access to the Mac operating system, even though GateKeeper might still be enabled, and that's an issue. From what I understand, when I installed GateKeeper on my Windows 10 desktop, it asked for some certifications of my password so it can log me in and out of the operating system. On Mac OS X, that wasn't the case, and it doesn't have the ability to completely log me out of the operating system, so there's ways to get around the GateKeeper program on OS X, so it's kind of easy to access the computer. Regardless of that though, overall, what do I have to say about the GateKeeper? Well, it's a relatively simple product, and if you're on a Windows computer, it's really nice. I can definitely see myself using this in the future if I'm working in an office and every time I walk away from my computer, it's just a hassle to have to log out. I can just walk away, and if I have this, it'll lock the computer automatically, and I really like that. To quickly sum up this review though, the GateKeeper is a nice product and I would recommend it. If you're going to be using it on a Windows computer, it's definitely worth it. Again, I'm probably going to be using this if I'm working in an office anytime soon. Now, if you're on Mac OS X, you might be a little more cautious on buying it because it's not perfect, but maybe they'll fix that, and if they do, I'll let you know. If you're interested in getting this, it's $50 on Amazon. So guys, let me know any comments, questions, and concerns you might have about this GateKeeper. What do you think of it? Are you going to be getting it? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway guys, my name is Eric, this is Tech Inside. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.